Let's face it, darlings, there's nothing quite like the allure of homemade baklava. That crispy, flaky pastry generously layered with a nutty, aromatic filling, all drenched in a sweet, fragrant syrup. It's simply irresistible. Fear not, my novice bakers, for I'm here to guide you through every delicious step. Before we embark on this culinary adventure, let's gather our baklava essentials. For our pastry, we'll need fine semolina, plain flour, a pinch of salt, melted unsalted butter, and a splash of water. Simple, right? Now, for our star-studded filling, we'll need a mix of finely chopped pistachios, walnuts, and a whisper of ground cinnamon. Oh, and let's not forget the fragrant syrup, a symphony of sugar, water, lemon juice, and a hint of honey for an extra touch of sweetness. Remember, darlings, quality ingredients are key to unlocking baklava's true potential. Now, are you ready to roll up your sleeves and create magic in the kitchen? Let's begin. Our journey begins with the syrup, darlings. It's the heart and soul of baklava, lending a luscious sweetness to every bite. Fear not, this syrup is a breeze to make. Simply combine sugar and water in a saucepan over medium heat. Stir gently until the sugar dissolves, then let it bubble away for a good 10 minutes. Add a squeeze of lemon juice. This adds a touch of tang that cuts through the sweetness beautifully. And for a final flourish, a drizzle of honey. Allow the syrup to cool completely. This cooling time is crucial, darlings. It allows the flavors to meld and deepen, creating a syrup that's simply divine. Now, let's talk about the heart of our baklava, the nutty filling. I adore the combination of pistachios and walnuts. They create a beautiful texture and a wonderfully nutty flavor. Simply blitz your chosen nuts in a food processor until finely chopped. You don't want a paste, darlings, just a lovely, coarse crumb. Add a whisper of ground cinnamon. It adds a touch of warmth that complements the nuts perfectly. And there you have it, a simple yet utterly delicious filling that's just begging to be enveloped in our crispy pastry. Are you ready to assemble, darlings? Now comes the fun part, darlings. Layering our baklava is like building a delicate, delicious tower. You'll need a rectangular baking dish. I find that a 9 by 13 inch pan works perfectly. Brush the base and sides of the pan with melted butter. Now take your phyllo pastry. Those paper-thin sheets of dough are the secret to baklava's signature flakiness. Lay one sheet of phyllo in the prepared pan, allowing the edges to overhang slightly. Brush generously with melted butter. Repeat with another layer of phyllo. Continue layering phyllo and butter, darlings, until you have about 10 layers. Now sprinkle over half of our delicious nut filling, ensuring it's evenly distributed. Repeat the layering process with the remaining phyllo and nut filling, finishing with a final layer of phyllo. Don't be afraid to use up all your butter, darlings. It's what gives baklava its glorious golden sheen. Section 5, the baklava bake. Patience is key. With our baklava assembled, it's time to bake, darlings. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. Now here's where patience comes in. We want our baklava golden and crisp, so it needs a good 45 to 50 minutes in the oven. Keep a watchful eye on it, darlings. If it starts to brown too quickly, loosely tent it with foil. Once baked, remove from the oven and let it cool completely. This is crucial, as it allows the baklava to firm up and absorb the syrup evenly. Section 6, the syrup infusion, a moment of truth. Now comes the moment of truth, darlings. Carefully cut your cooled baklava into diamond shapes. I like to make my cuts quite deep, ensuring the syrup reaches every single layer. Now gently pour the cooled syrup over the baklava, ensuring it seeps into all the nooks and crannies. Don't be shy with the syrup, darlings. Baklava is meant to be drenched in sweetness. Allow the baklava to rest for at least a few hours, or even better, overnight. This allows the syrup to work its magic, softening the layers and creating a symphony of textures and flavors. Section 7, Baklava Secrets, tips from my kitchen. Here are a few secrets from my kitchen to ensure baklava perfection every time, darlings. Use the freshest phyllo pastry you can find. If it's slightly dry, cover it with a damp tea towel to prevent it from cracking. Don't be afraid to be generous with the butter. It's the key to achieving that irresistible flakiness. Let the syrup and baklava cool completely before combining. This prevents the pastry from becoming soggy. For a richer flavor, add a couple of cloves or a cinnamon stick to the syrup while it simmers. Be patient. Baklava is a labor of love, but the results are worth every delicious bite. Remember, darlings, baking is all about having fun and experimenting. Don't be afraid to add your own personal touch to this classic recipe. Section 8. Serving up sweet memories. And there you have it, darlings. A taste of Turkey in your very own kitchen. Baklava is best enjoyed fresh, but it will keep well in an airtight container for a few days. Serve it alongside a cup of strong Turkish coffee or a refreshing glass of mint tea. As you savor each bite, let the flavors transport you to the bustling streets of Istanbul, filled with the aroma of spices and sweet delights. Enjoy, darlings.